No, there should be no room in our life for excuses, nor should we give ourselves valid reasons to make excuses, because God rewards faith and works, not excuses and inaction. One thing that we have all been guilty of and may still be guilty of at different times in our life is making excuses for why something cannot get completed or done. What often happens is we will go through life wanting to achieve aspirations. And when God reveals to us our purpose and calling and what we were created to do, even with the revelation of our calling, we will still make an excuse as to why we cannot do something. But the big problem with making excuses as to why we can't do something and why it can't get done, even when it has been revealed to us by our Father God, is we end up delaying our progress, our growth, our blessings, and we end up causing ourselves to operate from a lack of faith. And as the Bible tells us in Hebrews 11:6, New International Version, and without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. The truth is, for one, our lack of faith causes us to not be able to please God, nor experience our blessings. And two, we weren't created to make excuses, because making excuses comes from a place of, I can't do this. And the Bible reminds us in Philippians 4:13, New King James Version, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So instead of making excuses as to why we can't do something, we should actually shift our mindset and belief and instead say, I can do this because Jesus strengthens me with the ability to do all things through him. You see, what we must understand is the Bible tells us in Proverbs 6:4, New Living Translation, don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do. This means whatever God has instructed us to do, whatever God has laid on our hearts to do, and whatever we were created to do according to his will, and whatever gifts, talents, skills, goals, and dreams that God has given us, God needs us to not put it off, but he needs us to take action and do it now, so that we do not delay the things that he has planned for us according to his will. Furthermore, a Bible story that will encourage us to not make excuses and not hesitate is found in Exodus chapter 4, verses 10 through 12, New Living Translation. But Moses pleaded with the Lord, O Lord, I am not very good with words. I never have been, and I'm not now, even though you have spoken to me. I get tongue-tied and my words get tangled. The Lord said to him, who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go. I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you in what to say. Now, the biggest revelation of Exodus chapter 4, verses 10 through 12, is the fact that whenever we make excuses in our own life, whatever good reasons we try to come up with, God is literally looking at us like, son, daughter, I am with you. And whatever God has instructed us to do, he will help us complete it. Therefore, there are no excuses that we can make in our life when we have the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, Jesus, on our side. So as the Bible reminds us in Romans 8:31, New International Version, what then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? And the answer is, there ain't no devil in hell, no person, no trials or tribulations that can stop God from doing a mighty work in our life as we achieve and become all that God has called us to be.